So what is this 49ers team? What do I think they're going to be? They're probably going to be, at worst, and I mean at worst, an 11-win football team. The 49ers, to me, are the best team in the NFC West at the current moment. When you look at the fact that they've beaten every team in the NFC West, they won in LA with the backup quarterback, they won in Seattle, and then they also beat the Arizona Cardinals. So if that doesn't make them the best team in the NFC West at the current moment, I don't know what else will. They're 4-1. They have the best record in the division. They have the best divisional record. And not only that, this team has some legitimate talent on their team. They have, I think, the best coach in the NFL at the current moment with Kyle Shanahan. You have to give them the crown until somebody comes and takes it from them. But from the looks of it, the rest of the division is a little far behind this San Francisco team. You're talking about the Los Angeles Rams. Yeah, they have 3 wins, but they're a game and a half behind the San Francisco 49ers. And the 49ers, everybody knows this, they have a really easy schedule going forward this season. Could they win 12 to 13 games this year? Yeah. Not just because the schedule isn't that good, but it's just because this team is really good. And I actually think, if we're being honest, their passing attack actually, I think, is almost as lethal as their running game. Because, CMC has been one of the best receivers, not just running backs, receivers in football this year. Kendrick Bourne made some things happen here yesterday for the San Francisco 49ers. You have Kyle Shanahan who can draw it up and make things happen in that way. I am just so high on this San Francisco 49ers team at the current moment. They dominated the Rams for 3.5 quarters of that game yesterday. They were clearly the better team on the field. Impressive. I find that to be very impressive. And not only that, can we be 100% honest here? Kyle Shanahan is the best coach in the NFL. He is a better coach than Sean McVay. And I don't mean that as any slight towards Sean McVay. He's a fantastic coach. Kyle Shanahan is just better. When you look at the fact that quarterbacks come to play for Kyle Shanahan and they play better with Kyle Shanahan than they do with anybody else, it's happened time and time and time again. Mac Jones was incredible last night. Maybe if we see Mac Jones going forward, maybe we could see, hey, he played the best football of his career under Kyle Shanahan. Jimmy Garoppolo, he wasn't good before he got with Kyle Shanahan. He's been bad ever since he's left Kyle Shanahan. He got to a Super Bowl and a conference championship game with that quarterback. You have Matt Ryan there in 2017, had the best year of his career. So many examples of Kyle Shanahan elevating the level of his play of the quarterback that he has on his team. Not only that, he got a rookie Brock Purdy to the NFC Championship game. He got a second-year Brock Purdy to a Super Bowl, and they almost won that game. I get it. He hasn't won a Super Bowl. I understand that. That's a fair argument. But are you trying to tell me that you're taking Andy Reid right now over Kyle Shanahan? Andy Reid has one of the best quarterbacks of all time that he's coaching. Sean McVay has, I think, a Hall of Fame quarterback that he's coaching right now. Nick Sirianni, you're telling me the guy who, because he can't call plays, now his quarterback has to deal with inconsistent play calling because of the fact that he can't call plays, even though he's an offensive-minded head coach. You're trying to tell me he's better than Kyle Shanahan? Dan Campbell, who got to a conference championship game, then also lost in the second round, first game of their playoff run last year. John Harbaugh, who can't get to a Super Bowl with Lamar Jackson. And I don't mean to diminish these coaches, but what I'm saying is people try and diminish Kyle Shanahan. And it's very clear that when you look at what Kyle Shanahan's dealing with, he's getting the most out of the talent on his team. Because here's my thing, right? We'll look at somebody like 2018 LeBron in basketball. Let's just say, right? This is the example I'm going to use. Coincidentally enough, we're going to talk about another Bay Area team. 2018 LeBron was the best player I've ever seen play basketball. And he did everything in his power to get that Cavaliers team to the finals. Here's the thing, though. That was their ceiling. They reached their ceiling because that Golden State team that he played was one of the best teams of all time, if not the best team of all time. They were never going to beat that team. And that's the thing with Kyle Shanahan. His teams are consistently hitting their ceiling. I don't think that you can look at some of these teams that he's had. Maybe you could say in 2023, they should have won the Super Bowl. Okay, got it. They damn near did it. Again, against one of the best coaches of all time and one of the best quarterbacks of all time. But even still, I mean, Kyle Shanahan was able to go head to head with one of the greatest coaches of all time with a quarterback who I like Brock Purdy. He's a good quarterback. I would even say very good quarterback, but he's not Patrick Mahomes, and it's not close. So that's where I look at this and say, no, Kyle Shanahan's legit. He's fantastic. This defense for the 49ers, I think, is something that I'm going to pay attention to going forward. I get it. They lost to the Jaguars last week. I understand that, right? But I would also say, like, hey, maybe the Jaguars are better than people originally thought they were. I think Robert Saleh is doing a good job with this defense. And, like, here's the thing, right? When you look ahead for this 49ers team and you see their schedule, Tampa Bay next week at Tampa Bay, that may be difficult, but I'm going to be honest with you. San Francisco is better than Tampa Bay. Might be difficult going from coast to coast playing in Tampa Bay. That may be difficult. But even if you don't want to give them that win, let's just say hypothetically for argument's sake, if you don't want to give them that win, fine. But like Atlanta, they're going to beat them. They're going to beat Houston. They're going to beat New York. LA in San Francisco, fine. We'll be conservative here with their potential win total. Arizona in Arizona, they're going to win that game. Carolina at home, they're going to win that. At Cleveland, that could be a tough game. Cleveland beat them in 2023, if you guys remember that game. But I'm going to give them that win. Tennessee at home, they're going to beat them. Right there, that's 7 wins. They have 4 wins already. And I think we're being conservative with some of the games that we didn't give them. You have Indianapolis in Indianapolis. Okay, you can keep that. Chicago in San Francisco. And then you have Seattle. Fine. Again, for argument's sake, to be as conservative as possible, I just came up with 8 more wins for this team. And that's being conservative. They could beat Tampa Bay in Tampa Bay. They could beat LA at home. They beat LA in LA. What was another game that I didn't give them? They could beat Indianapolis. By the way, they're playing on my birthday. They could beat Seattle. We saw it. They can win all of their games going forward. I don't think that they're not going to win all their games going forward. I don't believe that to be the case, but they can. I mean, you could legitimately make a case going forward that they can beat every team on their schedule. Like when you go week by week basis. So what is this 49ers team? What do I think they're going to be? They're probably going to be, I mean, at worst, and I mean at worst, an 11-win football team. That's enough to make the playoffs in the NFC. I feel very confident in saying that I think they're definitely a playoff team in the NFC.